Hi all, welcome to War India News Hour. The rising uncertainty leading the startups to the very verge of collapse. The COVID-19 recession is battering the startups. A survey says 40% of 250 startups surveyed by NASSCOM having halted business altogether. 92% of all the startups have faced some level of revenue decline. Around 62% of surveyed startups are suffering revenue declines of over 40%, with 34% suffering a revenue decline of over 80%. Many startups' very survival is uncertain, as 70% of all startups have only a 0 to 3 months runway, beyond which they won't be able to stay solvent without intervention. It's worth noting that half of the surveyed startups were in the fintech, edtech and health tech sectors. A good idea with strong execution power may not fail, and they need to be exceptionally talented founders coupled with cash power. Second most important thing is most startups are struggling to find product or market fit, and it's often because they aren't able to execute their idea. They cannot turn it into commercial reality, and that's where we come in. The outbreak of COVID-19 has pushed India into a stringent lockdown, which resulted in the depletion of overall business confidence, not only in startups but also the economy as a whole. Between February and March 2020, the Purchasing Manager Index, that is PMI, manufacturing an important economic indicator to determine overall business confidence, plunged from 54.5 in February 2020 to 51.8 in March 2020. Furthermore, in April 2020, the index shed 23.4 points, tumbling down to 27.4, the sharpest deterioration since the data collection began over 15 years ago. The biggest concern is survival, which is the bigger priority than valuation. Not only has valuation gone down for many startups, but they have also witnessed a sharp decline in their valuation. Let's see to today's headlines in War India. Kirana stores are considering greater technology adoption, says EY. A report on sentiments of India, pulse of the country. Kirana stores are emerging as a hub that helped maintain the regular supply of essentials during the lockdown as cities struggle to get back to their normal rhythm. There has been a positive movement towards the adoption of technology, with 40% of respondents stating they want to partner with online delivery and supply platforms as they feel it can help them grow and tide over in these testing times. Beijing must be held fully accountable for spread of coronavirus, says Trump. US President Donald Trump said on America's 244th Independence Day, addressing the media from the White House, President Trump called China fully accountable for the spread of the virus, and China is deliberately spreading the coronavirus, which has infected millions and claimed thousands of lives worldwide. In his speech, Trump said China's secrecy, deceptions and cover-ups allowed it to spread all over the world. Nokia helps Airtel to deploy open cloud-based voice-over LTE network. Nokia announced that its cloud-based software products are powering Bharti Airtel's voice-over LTE, that is VoLTE network in India. The network supports over 110 million customers, making it the largest cloud-based VoLTE network in India and the largest Nokia-run VoLTE in the world. Zoom spoke on the launch of JioMeet. Zoom has experienced intense competition since it was established in 2011, and yet we have become the platform of choice for millions of participants around the world. We know what it takes to become the unified communications platform we are today, including the immense amount of work and focus required to create our frictionless user experience, sophisticated security and scalable architecture. Government departments to pay interest for late payment to vendors on GeM. Government departments and agencies buying goods and services from the government's e-marketplace, that is GeM portal, will have to pay 1% interest per month on late payments made to vendors. This would be applicable on all procurements made from October 1st. LinkedIn caught copying iOS users' clipboard data. LinkedIn was found copying the contents of an iOS device's clipboard. A user of iOS 14 developer beta tweeted. The user highlighted the seemingly privacy-invasive practice earlier this week. The forthcoming iOS 14 notifies user when an app is pasting from the clipboard. LinkedIn's engineering VP, Eran Berger, acknowledged the issue and said it doesn't store or transmit the clipboard contents. He said a fix will soon be released. PM launches Innovation Challenge for Homegrown Apps. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday launched Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge to facilitate the techies and startup community to create world-class made-in-India apps. The challenge is being launched in 8 categories such as social networking, entertainment, e-learning and gaming. For each broad category, the government has allocated the first prize of 20 lakh rupees. A report of Aksh promoters of siphoning off funds. A report of financial irregularities has been found in Aksh Optifiber by its independent director, addressed to the board and the finance minister on accusing its promoters of siphoning off at least rupees 600 crores through multiple related party transactions, faking investments in a Byzantine collection of shell companies, over-invoicing overseas purchases and fudging company accounts over several years. With this, there is a need to call for a forensic audit of the company. Cognizant lays off employees across multiple India locations. Cognizant is laying off employees across a number of its locations in India. The exact numbers are not clear. A report says about 18,000 employees are on the bench, that is, those without projects, and many of them could be affected. Vinod A.J., General Secretary of the All India Forum for IT Employees, said Cognizant employees across Chennai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Pune, Kochi and Kolkata have been affected. Dr. Reddy's takes lead with both Favipiravir and Remdesivir for COVID-19. Indian pharmaceutical giant Dr. Reddy's Laboratories has signed a tripartite agreement with Tokyo-based Fujifilm, Toyama Chemical and Dubai-based Global Response Aid for the development, manufacturing and sales of Favipiravir innovator brand Avigan. Under the terms of agreement, Fujifilm is expected to receive an upfront undisclosed license fee and royalties on sales from Dr. Reddy's and GRA. Finally, given the flexibility which technology-enabled businesses enjoy, the resilience of some new age sectors such as hyperlocal e-commerce, edtech, health tech and online gaming and digital media managed to carve out some growth. The total funding raised by Indian startups saw a massive dip between March and April 2020. The total capital inflow plunged by a whopping 55% from $1.05 billion in March to just $474 million in April and $222 million in May. COVID Watch. There is a sharp rise in the number of COVID-19 cases every day and reported the highest single-day spike of 24,850 new COVID-19 cases and 613 deaths in the last 24 hours, taking the case tally to 6,73,862 and death tally at 19,281 on Sunday. While 2,44,814 cases are active, 4,09,083 are cured, discharged or migrated. Coronavirus recovery rate in Delhi reaches to 71.73%. total cases reaches 99,444, whereas 71,339 patients have recovered from the virus in the national capital so far, while the death toll stands at 3,067. Summing up, the startup sector is in deep stress for survival at the moment, and lack of working capital and cash flows may lead to major layoffs over the next 3 to 6 months. However, the new banking segment in the fintech sector is becoming the new hotcake within fintech. In addition to new ventures, established fintech companies are also keen on venturing into this segment. There are selected startups into payment gateways, POS machines, mobile wallets, etc. to attract few investments. The overall funding scenario does give us an idea of the startup sectors which are witnessing the increased investor confidence during the pandemic, but fails to determine which sectors can be considered best suited for new venture opportunities. At this time, investors are searching to invest in capital startups which they can get a throwaway price, since lack of funding could put a full stop to their vision. Only startups with higher EBITDA and positive economies of scale will be able to sustain through the recession. That's it for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Please download the War India app for the latest news and updates, which is available on Google Play Store. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.